Hi guys, it's Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot, and this is the Hanson Roberts deck that we're looking at. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I really love it. You can see the box has been super worn. It has this dedication card that I wish I could find. I'm not sure if it'll be in this packet or not. Last time I looked for it, I couldn't find it, but I was in a hurry. But I loved this kind of gypsy woman at the front, and we'll see. Hopefully I can find her in here to show you. It's very much Rider-Waite based tarot. You can see, have loved this deck. This is the book that comes with it. This is a bigger book on it. I mean, yeah, the book is even kind of a little beat up, but what a great book it has been. I really have enjoyed it. It doesn't have full color art in the pages. I think that's a trend they weren't doing back then, and they do it more now, and I really enjoy that. So if anyone has sway on the people that do this, or if anyone's doing their own independent deck, the color version of the books, I love. I think most people do. So let's just take a little shuffle up on these. We'll take a look at these cards. I edged them a little bit. This is the backs of them. They shuffle easy. They're a smaller size. The card stock I think is fabulous. Not too flimsy. I mean, these guys have been through it, and they still shuffle great, even with me as the shuffler. So we'll just take a look. Okay, traditional stuff, the Knight of Pentacles. And you don't always even see the horses here, but you see the knight, you see what's going on. Page of Rods, you see the call, you see the readiness, the wanting to get out there and be doing things. Six of Swords. This one only shows the guy in the boat. He's not actually the ferryman taking someone else. But the idea, the concept is there. The art is a pretty great color scheme. Some is super vivid. I wouldn't say it's cartoony or comic book, but it's definitely, I think character driven is what I would say. Because you can see the expression. It makes me think of the Hoods, or what I've seen of the Anna Kay. I think that's the right one, Anna Kay one. I like this one. It shows the guy, 10 of Wands, and look at the age on him. It's taken some time. He has felt like he's been doing this slog for a long time. So, the World. The Ace of Swords, the pips, like the aces in general, don't generally thrill me. I'm not a fan of Marseille yet. Maybe someday. They all have their little label on there. But look at, you can see in this face the sorrow there. So they're really helpful in that. And this isn't sorrow, heartbreak. This is just grief. So they're really illustrated well, I think, even though they're an older deck and not as edgy as some of the ones that have come out of late. Okay, we're going to spread this across so you can kind of get a little peek. I mean, look at the Seven of Swords. Look at his face. He looks like he's getting away with something, or he's very happy to be taking what he's taking. And I sometimes think of this as the thief, and sometimes I think of this as protecting your intellectual property, or protecting your way of thinking, even if you have to go your own way. So that's a great one on that. The Ten of Coins, the inheritance card. Again, the happy grandpa going on. And this guy, he just reminds me of maybe, I don't know if you guys remember the bankers in Mary Poppins and how old and grizzled they look. But it reminds me of that kind of guy. Ten of Swords. Graphic but not gory. The Magician. The Eight of Swords. Here's Knight of Swords. This one I really like. Look at the energy. Ready to go. Different if you compare and contrast to the Knight of Pentacles. Very different. You can see the sheer force that's driving. And this one you see the contemplation in the journeying. Six of Rods. Emperor. Let's see. King of Wands. The Temperance is gorgeous. They do have symbology going throughout that you would see, like the energies. Two of Swords. And these are more seasonally done, I think. Like, I don't know, different people have different versions of what seasons in the suits. But this looks very spring. Some people might say, well, that's more like fall, who knows, but this seems like cold winter to me. So you'd have to see. And then, like I said, the symbology, you have the High Priestess, you have usually the B and J on the towers, but you still have the towers there, the opposition, the black and white, strength and unity, all that jazz. Justice has almost a little bit of innocence to it, like not taking sides, not favoring one versus the other, as justice should. And in this one, justice is not blind, but interesting, and innocent wisdom. That's what I think of when I see that one. Then the Seven of Cups and the Empress, gorgeous Empress. So we'll just show some of these. The Hermit, gotta love that. I'm a Virgo, gotta love it. The Tower is like, dang, that is not good. So the imagery is quite striking, even though it's an older style. Look at the tenderness there with the lovers. And then Death, you have the white rose of purity and transformation, but Death's riding in. You have the whole, it looks like the king and the family that has been gone and passed away. And these also have like La Muerte. They have also different languages on them, but this is my version, and it has English as the main. Look at this Queen of Swords. She looks very strong, very stealthy. She looks shrewd, and she gets a bad rap, but I think she's actually a good guy. King of Pentacles. So this one maybe a lot of you have seen already or not. The Hanged Man. The Devil I don't necessarily love. I think it plays into kind of a wackadoodle notion of the devil, and I think the devil is that's just, the devil is often of our own making. It's our own limiting beliefs, our own shit getting in our way. So this one just looks a little bit on the scary, but again, I think that's more with the old school thinking and illustrating and sticking to more of that. This has Judgment, and I love that it's got the angel. The people are there. They're kind of in their nakedness, but they aren't gray coming up from the grave. They're there being called by the angel, and they look quite happy actually to be there. So I think that's a good one. I mean, they're like greeting the angel like, hi. So this is kind of what you'll see if you get this deck. It's the Hanson Roberts. It's gorgeous. The Fool, the Sun. So this is my review of it. Very, very readable. Very, very on point with the Rider-Waite ideas and imagery and all that. I like the expressiveness of the people in this deck. I really do like that. I mean, if you like Rider-Waite, you love the imagery, you love the symbols, you love the people are in the scenes. However, the style that Pamela Coleman did was of the day and of the time, and they aren't as expressive as some of the more modern decks, and it's certainly not quite as expressive as this. I mean, so I think that I do love this for that reason, and it has been a solid go-to, as you can tell. I mean, seriously, a solid go-to that I really think is a good buy. So if you get the chance to have one, find one, get gifted one, don't short sell this because the art looks like it's a little dated, because it's gorgeous and it really does read so beautifully. All right, that's what I've got for you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the review of the Hanson Roberts. Take care.